Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is David from Trainz. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to pick up where we left off on our first live stream ever on the St. Louis Southwestern Coxton subdivision. We were running the Lewton turn that day, so we're going to pick up today and we're going to get this turn finished up. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to take some highlights of most of the work and make a lot shorter video than, you know, another 3 hours or so that I would need to get it done. But sit back, relax, hope you guys enjoy, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you like what you see here in a little bit, and of course be that awesome person and leave a like and a comment so that the gods of the algorithm know that my stuff is worthy. But thank you guys for being here, and I hope you guys enjoy the time. We're going to go ahead here and grab the two bulkhead flat cars over here at the pier over there, or the wharf, whatever you would call it. I'm not necessarily an expert on dock turns, but we're going to grab those first. Couple, I'd say. Once we grab these, we're going to go put them back on our train over there on the right. Keep shoving that out of the way so we can start doing our set outs. Just giving these a little shove back here, get them clear of the siding so we can do some set outs here at the riverport. Here we're going to go ahead and get this bulkhead flat with the steel set out on this track right here in the foreground on the right. Go ahead and get that out of the way. Here we are moving up to the front of the end of our train, actually. Sorry, the front part of the last few cars of our train that we left over here. And we're going to grab onto these. We're going to set out that reefer and that bulkhead here in town, along with the boxcar that we're towing. And then after that, we're going to go set out the stock car and then head up to the coal mine. Alright, we're going to do a bit of a unique move here. We're going to come back here and drop these two boxcars off where this bulkhead flat is over here on the right. And then we're going to grab that stock car that you see just behind the bulkhead. We're going to get him in front of these two boxcars. And then we're going to bring these two boxcars off and drop them off pretty much right where they are right now. And then we're going to take that stock car with us and go get those coal hoppers. Kind of takes like 3 or 4 moves and puts them into one, which is always a good thing. Alright, now that we've completed the move we just talked about, we're going to go ahead now and complete a runaround. We're going to get on the main here and head around to the other end of this siding and pick these cars up, and then we're going to make our way up to the coal mine. One thing I didn't get to talk about when we actually had the live stream was recently I've been going through and revamping all the towns and changing out the European looking buildings for American ones, since I changed the setting on this layout a couple years ago. So this town is actually next up to get a nice revamp, and I wasn't able to get it done before I wanted to go ahead and shoot the video footage here, but I did make an honest effort. But it's going to look tremendously nicer once I get the update done. Here in the next few weeks. Really excited about it. One thing I have recently done though is updated a lot of the sidings, the signals around the sidings. I've changed out the speed signs, I've placed in level crossings and put in traffic stoppers. I've got ladders on the signals now, so you can your maintenance guys can access the signals. So I've done a lot of trackside dressing up and making everything look pretty. Definitely excited about doing all that stuff. I've spent, I guess now 3 weeks or so kind of making all those adjustments throughout the whole route so that it's all done kind of at the same time. It's been nice. Alright, so far we have completed 4 of our setouts. We've got the 2 boxcars here in the foreground, and then we've got 2 bulkhead flats that we have set out over here at the little river port here in Lewton, so that's not bad. Now we're going to go and move over here to the south side of town, and I was actually wrong earlier. We're actually going to switch out the stock cars first. Just go ahead and get that done. That way when we come back from the coal mine with our loaded coal cars, we will be able to just go ahead and put our train together and get the heck out of town and head south. Alright, here we are setting out our 2 stock car pickups. We're going to put those, actually we're not setting them out, sorry. We're picking them up and just putting them onto our train here. Got going a little fast there, sorry. So we're going to go ahead and gently connect here, and then we're going to give them a nice gentle shove back so we can get clear and put that SP stock car right where we just were. Well, operating rules here on the Cotton Belt, Coxton sub, we have to, whenever we're going to release tracking time from the local work, we have to get clear of the switch that we were taking control of, which was this one, the south end of Lewton siding. We have to get clear back behind the signal, call dispatcher, and then we can give up our tracking time, just in case he's got people waiting, he wants to get by us. You know, this is when you're doing local work, this is when you sit here for a while. But fortunately today for us, we've got a pretty empty railroad, so here in just a second, he's going to give us our clearance, and off we go. We're going to head south to the coal mine. If I can go in the right direction. Well, items here, we have an approach signal that is informing us that we have a speed restriction on this diverging route here. So, unfortunately, limited is like 30 miles an hour, we're going to 24, so we have nothing to worry about. But once we get on the branch here, the trip up to the coal mine, basically, we know that we're only there for 1 block, so we got to be ready to stop and fix it. Well, working this coal mine has definitely made me realize that I need to make a few changes to the structure here. I need to lengthen the tail back there. I need to consider making the actual sidings in the mine themselves a little bit longer also. Plus, now I know whenever you bring a train up here, always make sure to put the coal cars in front of the locomotive like they currently are now. It's going to make your life a lot easier. when you actually get up here to shuffle the cars around. I had to do a lot of kind of redundant moves to try to get my locomotives around on the other side of these hopper cars. So, lesson learned. But that is exactly why you come in here and you operate your stuff. You know, check, see if there's ways you can make it better. Alright, got our train put back together here at the mine. We're going to go ahead and head back to Lewton. Once we get to Lewton, we can get actually back around the train one last time. Get our caboose there on the, I guess on the north end of the train, and then we'll get the rest of our pickups that were made in Lewton, and we'll start heading back south. Throw the tags up here so we can see where they're going. We've got our boxcar here is going to Med to the furniture plant to be loaded with furniture because it's currently empty. We've got 4 coal hoppers are heading to the steel mill in Johnsville, and then we have our last 3 coal hoppers are heading to Williams Tool over in Shifnal. So all these cars will go to Coxton, where they'll be sorted into the proper tracks and put out on the next train out. Well, here we are coming back into the High Ridge Co-op. Got to do a little bit of work here. We'll work this spur right here in the foreground. And then we will pick up our cars we left here from earlier and keep on heading south. To the keen observer here, you might notice something a little different. What I've recently done is I've gone through the entire route and I've expanded sidings in order to create control points for holding trains at meets. And here I've kind of set a rule of like a 3,000 foot maximum width train. So to the keen observer, you'll notice that the switch that we're on right now used to go all the way to the main line, but now you can see the siding extends about another 1,000 feet further. So this is something I recently did and get to test it out today for the first time. Now that we have our train, we're going to go ahead and pull up here to the side of the hybrids to pick up those cars that have been waiting for us since we passed it the first time. Well, we did have to leave a few cars behind here in Highridge because our maximum train length is only 3,000 feet, and we already had about 2,000, so we ended up picking up about 950 feet worth of train and leaving the rest here for tomorrow. We'll run the job again. That's railroad. Well, here, last part of the day, we take our train and we start classifying it into the yard. So here we are making our work on the lead, getting ready to start breaking this cut down. This here is the breakdown of which car tags go on which track. If you want to pause the video, you can spend some more time looking at that. But this is our guide that tells us where things go. As an example, here on track 7, we are cutting 12 cars to go on the next train out heading north, and this is the track where we drop all the cars that are going to be heading to the two other main yards on the route here. So this is actually pretty common that you get large cuts of cars to put on this track all at once. But that's the nice thing about it, is it kind of makes for breaking down your cuts a little faster, and also too, when you send these cars out on the next train heading north, you know, they'll get classified at the different yards and stuff, so we don't have to worry about that too much here, which is nice. Well, as you can see here, our track 7 is just 2 car lengths too short. Fortunately for us, our drill job is ready to go to start building the next northbound train, so we're going to save that for the next video. But thanks for joining in today and checking out this little highlight recap of finishing up the Lewton turn. It's one of my favorite local jobs to run, but there's a lot more to do and to show on this route, so stay tuned for future updates. Thanks again, see you soon.